every morning. Just on dawn, I head out to get the chickens up. And I'm greeted by this spectacular sight. I don't know if I can adequately do it given the amount of light that's available. But can you see it there? It's the 2 pointers and the Southern Cross. Morning, ladies. How you doing? You ready to come out? Are you? You ready to start your day? Here we go. All right, just a moment. I'm going to open your back door. Just a moment. There we go. It's already open. Someone forgot to shut up last night, didn't they? Boo. Boo boo. Out of the chicken pen. Boo boo. Out of the chicken pen. Boo boo. Out of the chicken pen. G'day. I'm Roland Hearn, and this is a walk in the garden. Well, actually, I'm sitting in this early dawn light just because I wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you about home. I've taken the videos you've seen this morning across the last hour, starting about 5 a.m. or just before 5 a.m. It's now heading up towards 6 a.m. and typically it does not take me that long to get the chooks ready, but the light obviously needed to come up a little bit before I could adequately get the videos. I'm not going to be long this morning, but I did want to reflect a little bit on home. Those first images that I showed you of walking out here in the pre-dawn and seeing the Southern Cross has a very special memory for me. Many years ago, when I was living in Texas, I was wrestling with the issue of returning home to Australia. I knew it was inevitable, I just wasn't sure when. I was out walking early one evening, and I very clearly, right down on the horizon, I was standing up fairly high and on a hill, and I could look down, and right on the horizon I could see what I was very confident was the 2 pointer stars for the Southern Cross. I couldn't see the Southern Cross, but I could see the 2 pointer stars, and that kind of said to me, it's time to head home. So it wasn't long after that that I started making plans to return to Australia. And then many years later, I live in this beautiful home with fabulous family, and getting up every morning to let the chooks out is just one of the routine tasks that sometimes you can feel like is a little bit repetitive, but then you remember just how special a situation that really is. There is this, there is, or there at least there ought to be for us, this sense of safety, this sense of nurture, this sense of embrace, this sense of warmth that goes along with the feelings of home. And that is what I get here, walking in my garden. And it is obviously the reason that, and here comes Boo, he's growing up, isn't he? That is the reason that the walk in the garden became so very meaningful to me. I felt this sense of safety and happiness that comes from living in this beautiful space. And I recognize that that's what we're designed for humanity. So, you know, we do an awful lot of things. In the last couple of weeks, I've been feeling very stressed. I have a lot of projects on that that just every one of them feels like it's going to demand specific focus, and it's going to take a bit of time. But the time frames seem to overlap in a way that doesn't permit me to devote the attention that I want to devote to each one, and I'm getting frustrated with that. And then I recognize that that frustration is all wrapped up in the idea of wanting to feel valuable, wanting to have a sense of worth and meaning about my life. And of course, the things I'm trying to do are important, but the stress comes from feeling like that sense of being overwhelmed, and there are times I'm definitely overwhelmed, that sense of being overwhelmed says something to me about my worth in this situation. And of course, that's not true. And so settling down in the early hours of the morning just to recognize what a beautiful setting and a context in which I live, and I feel very, very blessed, how that ought to impact my sense of who I am and my sense of self. Boo's chasing something in the background there. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I was reflecting this morning on that sense of comfort and safety that comes with this setting in which I live, and I feel very blessed to live here. And I need to stop and pause when I'm feeling stressed by things and recognize that those things don't determine my worth. This setting doesn't determine my worth either, but in this setting, in this garden, I can pause long enough to recognize that life is good and I am blessed. Sitting in this garden, I need just to pause long enough to recognize that life is good, and the blessings of life come from finding those spaces where we can recognize the joys of our life. And my cat is climbing in the tree behind me, and Boo is trying to play with her while she's up the tree. I'm going to wrap this video up this morning with a quick reflection on the weight loss journey. You can see here that things are not going too badly. I guess that's about 4 kilos, 9-10 pounds since I started losing weight, which is not stunning, but I have been just trying to eat a little bit less and be more sensitive to what I'm taking in. So I'm pleased with the progress. Last week, of course, you will notice that it went up quite considerably. That week there was a lot of Easter eggs around, and we had a lot of family things going on, and so I ended up eating more than what I really should have, and that was the reason for that. But I'm back on the process now, and I think it's going well. Feeling good about that too. This has been a little bit of a reflective video for me this morning. Maybe not made 100% of sense all the way through, but I just wanted to pause and recognize that life is good. And I hope that you get the chance to do that too. Till next week, keep walking in your garden.